Hi Jennifer, this is Derek. I just wanted to go over with you what I have finished for this video for your play. Basically what I have done is I've set up here a PowerPoint slides presentation that basically is going to run through the entire all the illustrations that are needed for the play. I have them all animated in a file and it's drawing out of those basically and putting them into a format like this. Now what your technician is going to have to do is basically just be aware of the order of the images, which is exactly the order that they are in the script, starting with the black one. So the first one is black, and I even have notes down here that you can read and see what's in it. The next one is going to be illustration B, the boa drawing. Then it goes to a black, and these are the transitions, and then it's going to go to the elephant in the boa, then to black. And as you go on down, you can see every single panel is listed what it is and what it says and what it's going to do. So how is this going to look? Basically it'll be a black screen just like we talked about, and these images are then going to come up on it, and I'll give you a demonstration from the beginning what this is going to look like. We'll have the black screen, it'll be black. Then your technician will then, on his cue, he's going to press the space bar and the animation will begin. In this particular case, this is the first animation. They're all in sequence with the play. It ends with the cue, whatever the cue is. If it's a script cue or if it's a drawing cue, like end with the eye, then that's what I've done. So there's the snake. When we hit the space bar again, it's going to fade out, and then it's ready to fade back in with and draw the elephant. So it'll fade in and draw the elephant within it. Okay. It should end up with its tail. Sometimes it doesn't, but that's not because the animation's not there. It's just because the computer doesn't cooperate. Okay, and it did. So there it is finished. Once it's done, the technician just hits the space bar again and it fades out. Then that's on a blank screen, so the next image that would come up will be the sheep. It'll draw the sheep, and there's a 3-second pause after I draw I don't know, whatever it says in the script, the eyeballs, or not the eyeballs, but the mouth. Then there's a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, then draws the horns, and it finishes up with the eyeballs. And it goes this way throughout the entire illustration. So I hit the space bar, and I hit the space bar again, and it will draw the second sheep. And it does this for basically everything. So if you have a laptop computer that can run this, we shouldn't really have a problem making this work the way that it's supposed to. I wouldn't think. I have all the animations and all that, so this one's finished. So some of these two-parters, so we go to here, there might be a two-part. So there's the block, drawn quickly, fades out. So this one coming up is kind of we start to get into some two-parters. That means that I might have a drawing come on the screen and sit, then we press the space bar before the second part becomes. So here's this part of the drawing. This is the rose. I hit the space bar. It's going to come back. This is a two-part drawing. This is going to be where the rose comes in and the thorns are drawn. And then it's going to sit here until the song is over. And then it says cue at the end of the song. Then you hit the space bar again. So la da 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 da. And you hit the space bar and it draws that tear. And then once you're done, you just hit the space bar. We fade back out. The next image, there's the king. This is a two-parter. Well, no, it's not. I just pause a little bit before I draw the stars. Okay. Fades out. We fade back in. There's the man with the hat. Quickly draws his hat on his head. Okay, once it's done, hit the space bar. Next image. Okay, here's a three-parter, I think. Stars. Then we'll draw the planet, and then the light beams coming out of the planet, or the sun, and then the little man. Oh, then the light from this, then the man. Now this one took a little extra time because of the details. There's a lot of lines to draw here. There's his coat, there's his head, and then this pauses and waits until you hit the space bar to draw in the stick. So I hit the space bar again, I draw in the rod that connects the light, and then that's the end of that animation. We'll move on to the next one here. Boy and the snake. So it comes up with the boy, hit the space bar again, draws the snake. Moves on to the next slide. Space bar, that's black. Space bar comes up. Here's the muzzle. Okay. Once the muzzle's done, fades out. Here is the flower. It comes up with the ground first. Space bar draws the stem, just as it says in the script. Draws the petals. Okay. Draws the anthers here, whatever those are called. And once it's done, it's done. There it is. Space bar out. Space bar into the mountains. Now this one waits for the cue of, and I climb the mountain. And then I draw the sun. And then the sharp, pointy rocks all around it. Okay, that one's finished. Once it's done, space bar out. And we'll space bar into the next one. And this is the hill and the road. Draw the hills first, then the mountains. Okay, the mountains, snow on the mountains, and then the road. There you go. Space bar out. This is the last one with the dog sitting, and then the apple's drawn. And we fade to black. Alright, that's it. So, if you have any questions, let me know.